of the biggest tools that a deer hunter can use whenever hanging a tree stand is to use the lineman's belt. In today's video, we're going to show you how to build your own lineman's belt with a Prusik knot, but we're going to add this little tender to it made out of paracord so that you can use this lineman's belt with one-hand operation. So let's jump over to this tree right here and demonstrate how it works. Typically with the Prusik knot, the biggest disadvantage to it is that you have to use two hands to tighten it or to loosen it. With the addition of this little tender that we made out of paracord, we're able to take this knot and use it basically like a mechanical device, like a Rope Man 1. Being able to work this with one-hand operation, it makes it a lot safer, plus it'll make your job a lot quicker hanging your tree stand. So I'm going to demonstrate how to use this. So I'm just going to grab this tag in here, and just cinch myself closer to the tree. As you see how that works, each time that I pull forward, I'm getting closer to the tree. Now, I'm secure to the tree. As you can see, I'm leaning back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm secure. I can strap my tree stand up. Now, if I want to back away from the tree, all I got to do is take my offhand, put it on the back side of the tree, take a little bit of the tension off of this rope, grab my Prusik knot, and just pull it back. Now I've backed away with the tree with one hand. With the addition of this paracord, we're able to use this Prusik knot just like a mechanical device. So stick with me and I'll show you step by step how to build your own lineman's belt for a fraction of the cost of a mechanical device. Alright, we're back at the deck of the boat here, and I don't know, I've just always done projects here at my boat. It's kind of like my little sanctuary. But anyway, the items you're going to have, and I've already pre-cut them, but I'll tell you the lengths on everything. On my main line, I use 11 millimeter. For my Prusik knot, I use 8 millimeter. I think that's like 1/8 inch paracord and 2 carabiners. That's all you need to build your own lineman's rope. Now for the main line, I cut it 10 foot in length. Now typically if you buy a pre-made lineman's belt, they'll be, I think standard's 8 foot. But by the time we tie some knots in this thing, it'll really be about 9 foot. And that extra foot will allow you, everybody's not the same size. And depending on what type of tree you hunt out, you might have bigger timber where you live. So I always just like to throw in that extra foot just to be on the safe side for, different tree sizes. So the first thing I'm going to do is on one end, I'm just going to take it and just put a simple overhand knot in it. Just like so, cinch it down. And the only reason I'm putting that knot in here is so that my Prusik knot won't slide off. So that'll keep that on the main line. Now we're going to grab a carabiner and we're going to go to the other end of our main line and we're going to tie a fisherman's knot. So basically, I'm just going to pull it through like so. And give yourself plenty of slack. Right here's your tag end. This is your main line. And when we tie the fisherman's knot, we're actually going to tie it up here. We're not tying it here. We're tying it up here, and then we're going to cinch it down. So how to tie a fisherman's knot is we're going to take our tag end, and we're going to go under our main line. Get some more slack there. All right, we took our tag in under our main line, and I'm going to create a loop right here. and then I'm going to go over the main line and tag in 2 times. So there's 1, there's 2. Now I'm going to bring my tag back up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tag right here. I'm going to take the tag and I'm going to go under these 2 loops. So take the tag, go under those 2 loops, and then cinch it down. After we got it cinched down, we can take hold our main line, hold our carabiner, pull it, and that's how you tie a fisherman's knot. Now for our Prusik knot, I cut this length. The length of this rope is 4 foot. Now you're probably thinking, man, that's a lot of rope for a little bitty knot. Well, you got to think we're going to put a double fisherman's knot in here, and then we're going to wrap it 4 times around the main line. So that's why we need 4 foot. Now it may vary on if you use a different size rope, but for this size, this is what I found to be sufficient. So to tie a double fisherman's knot, we're just going to bring our 2 tag ends together. And I'm going to start with this one. And I'm just going to pull plenty of slack. So when I tie this one, when I tie the double fisherman's knot here, it's kind of tricky, so you kind of got to give yourself plenty of slack. I'm going to go under, and then I'm going to go over and wrap it twice. So I went under, as you can see, and then I come back over. I'm going to hold this right here, these 2 lines with my index finger and thumb. I'm going to wrap it twice. So there's once, and there's twice. Come back up. I'm going to slide through those 2 loops. Then you may have to adjust your line for your tag end, because you don't want a whole lot of tag end sticking out. But you got to leave a little bit, because when you cinch that knot down, it's going to pull that tag in some. So we just repeat the process. Come down here. We're going to go under the main line, and then wrap it twice. Once, twice. Now we got 2 loops. We'll take our tag in and go under those 2 loops. And then I'm just going to manipulate this but you got to leave a little bit of a tag in, because whenever we cinch this down, it's going to pull that. So all we're going to do is take this, pull those 2 knots together. If you look, we have the 2 X's. Oh, if you can see that, we got 2 X's, and then on the other side, 4 kind of straight lines. So we're going to cinch this together, and all I'm going to do is take it and I'm going to pull it. And you can see that whenever I do that, how those tag ends move and how that knot cinches together. Alright, now we have our double fisherman's knot tied. Now that we have our main line put together and we have our Prusik knot rope tied together, now we got to tie our Prusik knot onto our main line. Whenever you're doing this, never leave the knot right here in the center. Always take it and kind of offset it a little bit. And the reason is, when we hook our carabiner on right here, we don't want it on that knot. We want it right here. So a Prusik knot's pretty simple. We're going to just lay our main line over the top of our Prusik knot rope. And then I'm just going to take one end and I'm going to hold it up. And I'm going to take this end and just feed it through. kind of got to give myself a little bit of slack, because we're going to take that and we're going to repeat that process 4 times. So that was once, twice, there's 3 times, and some more slack there. So just take this, wrap it around, go through there. Perfect. Now we got four loops in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, with a total of 8 if we count all of them. You never want to go under 3. Three's kind of like the minimum number. I like to do 4. If you use a thinner millimeter rope, you can actually put more, but 8 is kind of the sufficient number for me. So that's your Prusik knot right there. And as you can see, our knot is offset, and our carabiner, whenever we pull on it, will not be cinching down on that knot. So if we look at it, slides good up, slides good down. All right, let's see what it does when we put tension on it. See, it grabs itself. And that's how we want it to work, just like that. Now to make this work one-handed, all we gotta do is take some paracord, and I cut this one for this setup. I cut my paracord 25 inches long, and all we're going to do is tie a double fisherman's knot right here. And since we already seen how to do that, we're going to skip that process. And if you need to see how to tie that again, you can. There's all kinds of great videos on YouTube to tie that knot. So after you put your double fisherman's knot in your paracord, same thing. We want to offset this knot right here because we don't want our carabiner hooking in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to just tie a simple overhand knot in the center. So we'll just take it and tie us a overhand knot. Nothing hard, nothing. Let's put you a simple overhand knot. Now the trick to this, and this right here, your little tender that you're going to put on here, this will vary, but typically a rule of thumb is I don't want this being smaller than my Prusik right here. I want it to actually be the same size or just a little bit bigger, and this one is just a little bit bigger, so that'll be perfect. You put your tender on the end that we tied our simple overhand knot in, because this side is going to be hooked to our lineman's belt. This one's going to hook to the other side of our lineman's belt. When we look at this as a whole, the tender goes on the off side of our Prusik knot. Take our tender and just feed it over our main line. And we're going to bring it down here to our carabiner. Snap it in. And now we're in business. And I'll try to demonstrate right here. So I'm going to just put tension on this like it's hooked to my lineman's belt. And as you can see, that tender comes down here and it keeps this rope from kinking up in this knot. So that way whenever you want to use it one-handed, when you want to loosen up, you just grab this, one-hand operation. Actually, this hand won't be grabbing the rope in the tree. You'll have your hand on the tree, and I'm just having to do it to put tension on it, but that's how it works. I hope you found this helpful. I know whenever I was trying to learn how to build these, I could find videos with this little tender on there, but I couldn't find anything on what sizes to make all the ropes, and I just kind of figured it out. The system works for me, so I'm giving you all the dimensions. 10 foot on the main line on the Prusik knot, 4 foot in length on it, and on your tender, the paracord, 25 inches. So just take these steps, tie your knots, put your Prusik knot in there, put your tender on there. You're ready for one-hand operation with a simple do-it-yourself lineman's belt. Let me know what you all do. If you build lineman's belts, let me know what you all do, and I'll try those too. I'm always up for trying new things. And guys, I appreciate you watching. Like I said, if you liked the video, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Hey, it's free. It don't cost you nothing. And click that little bell to get all the notifications to all the videos that we're dropping. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We're out of here.